We are live on Dream Chasers Radio, live on Twitch, live on Periscope, live on YouTube, Facebook. I'm live. Oh, welcome to the show. So there is no secret. I have been doing the best that I can to actually get back in shape, to do my gut health, to get my body right, and to increase my immune system, especially right now with this times of COVID and all the scary things that are going around. This show right here is all about that. It's all about what you can use, at least one product, to help you get that immune system up, help that gut. Okay, let's build this thing up. Let's get this right here, and that's what we're going to be talking about right here. Don't you go anywhere. I have a great show for you, and that's right. We're live. I want to show a wonderful person. I am telling you right now, she has got it going on. And I want to welcome, I'm just going to say Miss Lavada because, I already forgot how to pronounce her first name.
Oh, that's fine. Thanks, Yaya.
No problem. So I really want to talk about the product that you were telling me about. You are an ambassador and an owner. And tell me about this whole thing. And also lower your microphone so we don't get the feedback.
Got it. Sorry about that. Yeah. So what I am really excited about is the Plexus Vital Biome. It's a revolutionary probiotic that has clinical studies behind it that not just supports weight loss, but it also improves health and mood. And it's been clinically proven to reduce feelings of stress and nervousness and tension, which we're all experiencing, like you mentioned, right now with the global pandemic and all the scary stuff going on right now. But Plexus has a lot of other products, but that's the one that I'm super excited about.
Okay. All right. And being that, okay, so I just want to focus on a few things, and I have some notes here that I want to say. It says Plexus Breast Check Kit. Enhancing sensitivity. Okay. Tell me about this because, women are supposed to do their self-breast exams. I slack on that. I'm not gonna lie. But tell me about that. What is that?
Well, Plexus actually started with the breast check kit. That was the first product that Plexus launched, and it's actually FDA approved.
Oh.
And what it is it's a glove that you wear that enhances the sensitivity while you do that self-exam. And especially if we're not doing it on a regular basis, we may not know from month to month what areas, have changed. And so it actually gives you like a magnifying glass on your hand where you can feel for very small changes. And it makes that self-exam a lot quicker, a lot more effective. And that's what you're doing it for, is to be able to find something. And it gives you that opportunity to get that really good self-exam done when, especially, you're not doing it regularly and you don't know if you're doing it right. And so it just kind of you get the most out of your monthly self-exams.
Now, the part, I listened to the entire thing that you just said. I really did. I listened to it, but enhances, how does it enhance your feeling? How does it happen?
Great question. And so there's a proprietary gel in the glove that you can actually do what I love to do. And I'm sorry I didn't bring the demo, but what I do is I grab a paper plate and I grab a grain of rice and I ask my customer to fill with their fingers the grain of rice, then to put on the glove and then to refill the same grain of rice. And that grain of rice feels about 5 times larger than what it feels in the actual hand. And so that's what we're looking for. Let's use that scary C word. Cancer can start out very small, and we may not feel a large lump all at once. And by that time, we're a little further along in that process of the growth. And so the whole goal is to try and catch those small changes as early as possible.
Now, this in itself is something that I would say everybody should have. Even if you're a husband and you want to make sure that your wife, can men do this to their wives as well?
Oh, yeah. So I have a lot of customers that order for their loved ones. This last Mother's Day, I also had a customer when ordering for a family member told me that he knew of a coworker that was male that received a diagnosis of breast cancer. And so we think of it really as a women's disease, but with our current climate of obesity, a lot more men are susceptible to breast
Mm,
cancer. It's an unspoken of situation because there's a lot of misunderstanding and not a lot of knowledge about it. But
mm.
something that a man can either use on themselves or give to a loved one, you know.
Wow. I never thought about that. You're right. I mean, I always think breast cancer, women breasts. I mean, that's something I thought. Okay, so but men do have breasts. I mean, they have that pectorals, and definitely that would be something that, it's not as common like you said, but hey, why not? I mean, yes, definitely, definitely. So, okay, so I like that. I really do like that. So if you're thinking about enhancing your self examinations for your breast, men or women, at once a month. You're supposed to do like what every month, every 2 months or something like that.
Once a month is a pretty good guideline because that's when you can really tell from month to month a change. Especially if you're wearing a glove, you can do it in under 5 minutes. Some women try and do it in the shower to try and get that extra sensitivity,
Mm-hmm.
but the glove eliminates that. So you don't have to extend your shower time. You can just add this to a quick, oh, set this date on my calendar and then do your quick 5 minute breast check and make it part of your monthly routine, just like we make
Nice.
appointments to the gym and to have lunch with our friends. We got to do a little bit of that self-care too.
Definitely, definitely. I like that. That's something we could just stop right there. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that is so important. And like you said, you can feel like a even smaller piece, like a grain of rice, even something smaller than a grain of rice. That's very important, especially when you want to catch it before it becomes pertinent in the body. Definitely, definitely. So
Definitely.
okay. So now let's go to the happy gut because they say that your gut, your stomach is your second brain. And that there's more evidence to show that if your gut is bad, then your thoughts are off. Your whole everything is just out of whack. Tell me about this, a happy gut.
Yeah, well, Plexus's motto of healthy gut, happy mind is based beyond those clinical studies I was telling you about earlier, because 90%
Mm-hmm.
of your body's serotonin, which is a mood boosting neurotransmitter, is produced in your gut. And so if your gut's not at optimal performance, your mental health's not going to be at the optimal performance because they go hand in hand. And those clinical studies I was talking about actually have proven that this particular strain is very helpful to and going along with all the digestive issues that a lot of people experience, but it also helps with stress, nervousness, tension. And so that gut health that you're talking about goes a lot beyond just getting rid of the muffin top, but making sure that we're doing good on the inside also.
Right, right. And if you have any questions or comments while we're on the air, because we are definitely live right now, please go ahead and put it into the description box, either on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, even on Twitch. And if we don't see it right now, we will definitely answer a little bit later on. We do know you're there. Thank you so much for watching this program today. It's not, this is very important. This is not something irrelevant that you shouldn't be watching. You should share this as well, because that glove and now the gut health thing, this is going to get us tip top shape, y'all. We're going to be like immune. We're going to be like immune what? Immunity is going to be like pew, pew. So we're going to do that. I'm actually loving the entire thing, especially the gut health. So you say 90% of your body's serotonin and mood boosting neurotransmitters is produced in your gut.
Yes. And a lot of us may have diets that don't allow us to get those naturally through our food consumption, whether it's we're eating processed foods
Mm-hmm.
or maybe we're lactose intolerant or following plant-based diets. And so there's a lot of things that go along with this. And the great thing that I forgot to mention, Yaya, is that it's all plant-based. And so it's vegan friendly, allergy friendly. And the great thing about it is that it's going to help you get the most out of any medications that you're already on. Because I want to be very clear, we're not saying that this can replace any pharma, anything prescribed by your doctor, but you may get the added benefit of having your body naturally produce and support some of the things that maybe your doctor's working with you on.
Right, right. Definitely don't like stop taking the medication. But definitely this is a great addition too. And especially since, we do need extra, especially around this time of COVID. So, okay, so a lot of people are very stressed out right now. They're like, I mean, super stressed, especially with the threat of COVID. You know, a lot of us have lost loved ones. We're like at this is unprecedented, you know, moment in our history where we never dealt with certain things like this before. You have a probiotic. Tell me about that.
The probiotic, there's actually three proprietary strains that kind of you choose what you're going for. Maybe you're at the beginning of your journey and you need a little bit of a cleanse to get that probiotic health and balance. Or maybe you're already an athlete and you're looking to be at your top performance. Or maybe you're just looking for that supplement as a busy mom that's going to help you, you know, be able to do your best. Wherever you are in life, the great thing about these probiotics is that alone or together, the great thing about them is that they're going to boost your, not just your mood, but your physical immunity. And that immunity, like you said, is really important right now because when you're stressed out, you have kids working from school, or you're working from home, or you have kids home from school, or over the summer, or working from school remotely, whatever the situation is, everybody has extra stress right now on top of normal everyday life because life's stressful. But being at the top of your game, you know, you got to be at the top of your game emotionally, but you also got to be on the top of your game physically. Because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. And so in my mission is just be the best you can be, you know, be the best mom, be the best dad, be the best kid, you know, and to know, I just want you to know that Plexus has these probiotics for kids also. My daughter's 7 years old and she's not going to be able to take a pill, and they have a really good fruit tasting vitamin that she's able to take every day that gives her vitamins and those probiotics that are really important.
Right. Definitely, definitely, you know, and I'm a big advocate for adding on to, you know, probiotics and different immune boosters and things like that and staying mostly plant-based. You know, I mean, there's just so much. I mean, I love the glove, the breast examination and the enhancement that it gives for yourself, you know, when you're doing your breast examination, men and women. um I definitely love that idea. I love the idea of fixing the gut health. I mean, I am one of those people. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. I'm one of those people that I truly believe that when my gut was not happy, I definitely was not happy, and I couldn't think clearly. I was just not, you know. And then now the reducing of the stress and the strain in the body and all that with the probiotics. Okay, so you have products for the whole body too, and we have the website there. Tell me about, you know, just how did you find yourself in this? How did you find yourself becoming an ambassador for this program?
You know, myself, I was diagnosed with PTSD and
Mm.
managed to work through that with therapy and a support team behind me. And then when the pandemic happened, you know, the world seemed to shut down. My daughter started to have some of her own issues. And although I was doing my best, you know, I just was stressed out because I'm also a student, have a full time job, as well as being a full time mom. And so all of those things started to get overwhelming. And I actually
Mm.
had a friend who reached out to me and said, hey, you know, this is a hard time for everybody. Why don't you try this probiotic? Go ahead and give it a little bit of time for it to start working. You know, it doesn't work overnight, but give it a few weeks and see how you feel. And I can tell you, yeah, after a few weeks, I had my energy back. I wasn't having to drink that 12 o'clock coffee
Mm.
because I had natural energy. I was able to get better sleep. The times that I was able to get a full 8 hours, I woke up
Mm.
rested instead of still being tired. You know,
Right.
the greatest thing was I have lost a lot of weight. You know, for me, I've lost over 50 pounds in the last year. And that's without dieting or changing my natural diet, just because the body's able to process foods. Now, I'm not saying that these pills are going to make you lose a lot of weight because it's not a magic diet pill. But what it does is it helps your body work the way it was designed to work. And that's what I like is that I'm actually able to get the nutrients out of my food, and I'm able to, you know, have my body be in top performance without having to have a very large, expensive vitamin regimen because I'm getting it all in my proprietary blend. And what I like about that is that it's one less vitamin I have to take. Where before I was taking vitamins, but I was taking 3 or 4, where now I only have to take the one, uh,
Hmm.
everything I need out of the 3 or 4 before. But then there's that added benefit of having those probiotics.
Right. Right. Wow. Wow. Well, like I said, I have your website there on the bottom of the page, so people can go there. You can pause this video if you're looking at this. Pause the video. Go ahead and type it into your browser and click enter. It'll take you straight there. You can look at all the products. I do recommend, and I am going to go and actually look at that glove because that's really something that it really interested me, especially since there's so many women and men out there that are not knowing that they have breast cancer. I mean, that's the biggest thing, just the point where it's like you can catch that and get your gut health and get your probiotics on that. All of that right there, it's a no-brainer to me. I mean, if you're not interested in something like this, regardless of if you go here or wherever you go, you should be. You definitely should be. I want to thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
I have had a great time. I've had a great time. And I hope you guys have had a great time. Let me go ahead and check and see if we have any comments or questions. And thank you guys so much for liking the video. I got one thumbs up right there. Again, if you have any questions or comments after the fact, please go ahead and just put it there. We'll answer it. We'll definitely find it and see it and answer it. And I want to thank you so much for being on the show again. I had such a wonderful time and such an informative, thing. Can people reach you somewhere?
Yeah, you can actually go to my site, endelecialovato.com, and then you can learn a little bit more about a few of the different products that Plexus has. And then if you have any questions, you can actually reach me through my website, and I'm always happy to book consultations or answer any questions that you have there also.
Wonderful. And I'm going to go ahead and put your information up right after the broadcast is done. I want to thank you guys so much again for being on the show, and thank you for being on the show and informing us that there is a girl. Let me tell you something. I think, okay, so good health and the probiotics is great, but a glove, I didn't even know that existed. That just hit me right there. That hit me right there. So I
You
think
know what? Yeah,
everybody,
I'm going to send you a glove. And so that way we can follow up on another interview another time and see how it goes.
I'm going to get a glove.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to get, you heard, she said, I'm going to get a glove. I'm going to get a glove, but I am definitely, don't even try. Don't even think about it, men. I am not testing it online on the internet. Not doing it, but I would definitely tell you how it feels. And that way we can kind of like, maybe we'll get like a grain of rice or something and we'll do like a demo on my hand.
All right. I look forward to following up with you guys.
I do too. Thank you so much. Don't you go anywhere. I got to talk with you. I'm getting a glove. I'm excited. And I want to thank you guys again so much for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio. It has been such a wonderful, wonderful interview. And let me tell you something. I'm getting a glove. So I'm going to dare to be different. And I'm going to get off so I can get my information to this young lady so I can get my glove. And then I can show you what it's like. All right, guys. Until next time. Bye.